Hello everyone, today I'm about to do the 2017 November 2020 the 2017 November question paper. It's maths paper 1. I'm only focusing on question 1 since I've completed doing algebra. Not necessarily completed, but for your syllabus I'm done with algebra. I will do logarithms in a later stage. Okay. Let's go. Question 1.1. You're supposed to solve x. Are we together? Question number 1.1.1. I'm supposed to solve x when I'm given, excuse me, 9x plus 14 is equal to 0. There are steps of solving x, guys. If you're still struggling with that, please go and listen to lesson number 1. Okay, I want the factors of 14 that when I add will give me 9, and those factors are what? 7 and 2. The sign is plus here, that means my brackets will have the same sign, but not just any sign, the sign of the middle term. So I'll have a plus here and a plus here. Now I have two things multiplied and the answer is 0. It simply means the first thing is 0 or the second thing is 0. Therefore x is negative 7 or x is negative 2. And then go to 1.2. 1.1.2. I'm also supposed to solve x whenever the examiner tells you in question 1 that you must leave your answer in 2 decimal places, they are already telling you that you must use quadratic equation. Are you together? Because what they've given you is not factorizable. Are we together? So here, for me to use quadratic equation, I must know the value of a, must know the value of b, and I must know the value of c. The value of a is the coefficient of x squared, the value of b is the coefficient of x, and c is anything that does not have x. And then therefore I'll just substitute this equation: b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. B is 9 squared minus 4ac. Okay, and then now I'll just simplify what's inside the square root. If you have a calculator, guys, just punch this thing as it is. It will get you straight to the answer. I'm dragging it because I don't have a calculator with me. 9 squared is 81. 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. 16 by 3 is 48. So just say plus 48 here all over 8 minus 9 plus the square root of 129 over 8, or x is equal to minus 9 minus the square root of 129 over 8. Please punch these two answers onto your calculator, and then you must round off your answer into 2 decimal places. Are you together? So for 1.1.3, I'm supposed to solve x, but now I have SURDS. I must say x squared minus 5, which is equal to the square root of 2x. I said to you, whenever you have sets, you must always have restrictions. Alright, together. In this case, I just want to have my x to be a positive number, because there's nothing that I can put here. There's no negative term I can put here and then get anything that is real. Alright, together. So whatever x value I get, it has to be positive. Okay, let's continue now solving. The first thing I must do whenever I solve is to remove the sets, and whenever I do so, I must put the square roots on both sides. Here I'll have 4 multiplied by x. Now there are no sets, there are no brackets. All I need to do is to put everything to be in standard form. I have x squared minus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. The factors of 5 that when I subtract will give me 4 is 5 and 1. And since my 5 is negative, that means my bracket will have different signs, and the bigger factor will always take the sign of the middle term. Hence 5 has the sign of the middle term. And then now I have two things multiplied. The answer is 0. It simply means the first one is 0 or the second one is 0. Then that means x is 5 or x is negative 1. But this one is not applicable. Therefore, x is 5 only. If you don't want to write your restriction like I did here, all you need to do is to make sure that you substitute your solutions, this solution there at the top, and then whenever I do that, if the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side, then that solution does not stand. But if you substitute your solution and then your left hand side is equal to the right hand side, then that solution should stand. If you put 5 there at the original equation, you will get 2 root 5 and 2 root 5 on the other side. So this one will stand. All together. So now let's move to 1.2. 1.2, we are given 3x minus y is equal to 4 as your first equation. Your second equation is x squared plus 2xy minus y squared is equal to negative 2. That's your second equation. You're supposed to solve x and y simultaneously, but you can only do it if you solve for one variable at a time. Are you together? So here you can say that from equation 1, you can use equation 1 to create equation 3. You can say that y is equal to 3x plus 4. This will be your third equation. Are you together? I've taken y to the other side, it became positive, and then I've taken 4 to the side, it became negative. It became negative. (3x minus 4). Okay, so now all I need to do is to say substitute equation 3 in equation 2. That's all I need to do. This thing simply means whenever I see y, I just substitute 3x minus 4. I'll have x squared plus 2x. Whenever I see y, I'll put 3x minus 4. Whenever I see y, I'll put 3x minus 4 minus 4. Okay, and then I'll have x squared plus 2x times 3x is 6x squared. and then I'll have a negative 8x, and then I'll have 9x squared minus 24x plus 16 is equal to negative 2. Now I need to remove these brackets. I'll have x squared plus 6x squared. Why don't I just add these things? X squared plus 6x squared is 7x squared minus x minus 8x minus 9x squared plus 24x minus 16 is equal to negative 2. And then I'll have a negative 2x squared because of this and this. Then I'll have plus 16 plus 16x 24 minus 8 is 16, and then I'll have negative 16 is equal to negative 2. Then I must bring my equation to be in standard form. I'll have negative 2x squared plus 16x minus 14 is 0. I can divide everything by negative 2 here. I'll have a positive x squared minus 8x plus 7 is equal to 0. And now it's simple. I want the factors of 7 that when I add will give me 8. They are 7 and 1. Minus and minus. The sign is positive, hence the brackets will have the same sign. So x is 7 or x is 1. But I need to solve for y as well. So I can say that when x is 7, therefore y is equal to, remember I said that from forming equation 3, I said y is 3x minus 4. So y will be 3. I'll just substitute my x there. Therefore, this is 7. Therefore, my y value whenever x is 7 will be 21 minus 4, which is 17. Now when x is 1, I can therefore conclude that y is equal to 3 multiplied by 1 minus 4. I'll get a negative 1. So therefore, I know that when x is 7, my y value is 17. And I also know that when x is 1, my y value is minus 1. This is how you solve for x and y simultaneously. Okay, 1.3 1.3.1. I'm given f of x to be equal to x squared plus 8x plus 16. I'm supposed to solve for x when f of x is greater than 0. F of x greater than 0 simply means x squared plus 8x plus 16 is greater than 0. Okay, here all I need to do is to just factorize this guy here. X 4 plus and plus. So x plus 4, I can write this thing. This statement is always true regardless of the value of x. the statement will always be greater than 0. Why? Because it is squared. Are you together? So for me, I'll say that to answer this question, f of x will be greater than 0 for x element of real numbers. There's no x value that will make this thing to be negative. So I don't have to do the things, the number lines and stuff. This statement is always true. And then now I'm asked for which values of p will f of x have unequal roots. Whenever I'm told that my equation will have unequal roots, 1.3.2, I'm being told that my roots are there. They are there. However, delta is just a positive number. It's not equal to 0. Okay. F of x equal to p, x squared plus 8x plus 16 is equal to p. Therefore, x squared plus 8x plus 16 minus p is equal to 0. So I know that the value of a is the number in front of x squared, which is 1. The value of b, the number in front of x. The value of c, anything that doesn't have x. And then I know that my discriminant is positive. Please go to lesson number 5, guys. I teach nature of roots there. My discriminant is negative. Are you together? So when this is the case, I just need to do this. Delta is less than 0. Because now the roots have been described for me, I want the values of p if the roots are unequal. That means the roots are real. The roots are there. And if they are unequal, it means that delta is greater than 0. b squared minus 4ac greater than 0. b is equal to 8. 4a, 4 is 1, and then c is 16 minus p. That's greater than 0. 8 squared is 64. 4 minus 16 . 4 minus 16 is minus 64 plus 4p is greater than 0. So I'll just have 4p greater than 0 and p greater than 0. So my roots will be real when p is just a positive number. My roots will be unequal rather when p is just a positive number. Okay, so that's how you answer a question, guys, for solve for x. Please stay tuned. Stay tuned. Wait for more videos, and I promise, guys, to give you my best. I promise to give you my best. Like, subscribe, share, and tell the others to watch this wonderful work we are doing here.